basketball fans, welcome back. So let's talk about the LA Clippers. I feel like the LA Clippers, this is a team that is not talked about a lot, and I feel like they get overshadowed by whatever the Lakers are doing. And when I look at even the ESPN post, you could see the Clippers played the Boston Celtics in the same day as the Lakers played the Warriors. But you could see the amount of posts that ESPN, NBA were just, talking about the Lakers and the Warriors because, of course, there's LeBron James and Stephen Curry, and they're one of the two of the most influential players in the whole league, and I dare say in the whole country of the United States. So that game was fire. And I feel like it overshadows even whatever the Clippers are doing because, of course, Kawhi Leonard is the fun guy, not very active on social media. PG, at least his podcast with not podcast with Paul George is, he's doing some waves there. I see Jason Tatum with the Celtics, even though the Celtics and the Clippers are the top seeds in the top seeds in the league. You don't see a lot of media coverage when it comes to them. But the Clippers have been great. They are 22-4, and they have won the most games since December 1st. I saw that post, and ESPN only made this post as you can see on the screen. That's the only post that they made. The others were just the Lakers and the Warriors saying that was the game of the year, which, to be honest, it's not a stretch. It's the truth because my God, those those Lakers and those Warriors games, they're just classic. Every single time when the Lakers and Warriors match up, it just breaks records. But anyway, let's talk about these Clippers. So the Clippers have been good. I mean, they beat the Celtics 115-96, and they're sitting pretty with a 30-14 record. So you're seeing this is a team that the players know whatever they're doing. The next game they're going to play the Cavaliers, and right now they're sitting so pretty on a 5-game winning streak. They beat the Thunder, they beat the Nets, they beat my Lakers team, they beat the Raptors, and then they beat the Celtics. So the loss that they had was against the Timberwolves, but before even that loss, they had a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Suns, they beat the Raptors, and they beat the Grizzlies. And these games, although they might look a bit close, especially when you see the game they played against the Lakers 127-116, you might have thought that game was actually, but that game could have gone both ways. But the Clippers load manager himself, Kawhi Leonard, didn't take any games off, and he has been great, especially when he's on the court. And he's one of those guys that his game just speaks for itself. He doesn't have to go out there and be flashy. He just sticks to the fundamentals and gets the job done. Very physical player, and he has a very good handle and a bag that is underrated, especially for a guy who plays the small forward position. And he's averaging 34.5 minutes, so he's not low managing. He's that guy that he just put his team on his back alongside Paul George. Paul George has been hooping a lot. You have James Harden and Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, so that big four has been working well, especially with Westbrook coming off the bench. When the Clippers traded for James Harden, that's one thing that I feel like was that thing that changed everything. I know there was a lot of skepticism with James Harden coming into the team and saying that he's the system, and I know a lot of people made a lot of jokes, especially that Dallas Mavericks reporter who said that James Harden is the problem. But I feel like this team is meshing so well, and as people don't even want to say it, but they might make the finals. This unit is a surefire, can make the finals. It gives me those vibes of the Raptors, the 2019 Raptors. They were not the favorites. The media didn't look at them like that. The NBA media did not even give them any credit when they played well. It's the same thing that I'm seeing with the Milwaukee Bucks. Of course, the Milwaukee Bucks made headlines, especially due to the fact that they fired their coach Adrian Griffin and hired Doc Rivers. So they are in the headlines a lot. But you're not seeing the rise of the Clippers, especially with that unit. So they lost the Timberwolves. That loss was against the Lakers 106-103. So that one was a game that snapped their 5-game winning streak. And honestly, that win by the Lakers at the time was something that I was really looking forward to, because my God, my Lakers were down bad. But prior to the Clippers playing the Lakers in that 106-103 win, the Los Angeles Clippers, they won against the Hornets, the Grizzlies, the Heat, the Suns, and the Pelicans. So you can see they are just grabbing wins. And that Celtics loss, that they lost against the Celtics in a blowout loss a while ago, 145-108. But at least they were able to avenge that loss. Even they were able to go ahead and even beat the Thunder. And it's something that I really enjoyed watching. But there's this time that the Clippers on an absolute tear. They won 8 straight, and the Thunder broke that winning streak. And that time, there are no people who are talking about them enough. And honestly, it pains me a lot, because you're taking away from a team that is actually excelling. And the Los Angeles Clippers are always going to be at the shadow of the Lakers, despite even a better record. Because the Lakers right now are sitting at a 24-23 record, just a game above 500. And you can see the Clippers, they are just way on top. And they are not here to mess around at all, because they have a win percentage of 68% of win percentage. Even being in this Pacific division, you can see the Lakers, they're not even the top 3. The Clippers top the Pacific standings, above Sacramento, above Phoenix, above the Lakers, and above Golden State. So you can see the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are below, are the 4th and 5th team in the Pacific division. But you can see the Clippers, who are on top of the Pacific division, sitting pretty on a 5-game winning streak, won't even get any social media, clout or even presence, especially coming from NBA on ESPN. I mean, they just need like, that motivating factor, especially when it comes to like their coverage. And yours truly, I'm just gonna go ahead and just shed some light on it. And right now they have been the hottest team in the NBA, and they are those guys that I feel like when a team just looks at the Clippers right now, they just don't want to match up with them right now, because man, James Harden has been balling out so great. Kawhi Leonard has been a beast, especially assists per game. James Harden, man. James Harden is that guy. He's leading with 8.6 assists. Kawhi Leonard, 1.6 steals. Ivica Zubac, 1.4 blocks. Ivica Zubac, you can see he's leading in rebounds with 9.7. Kawhi Leonard leading in points with 23 points per game. And he's just followed right beneath him with Paul George with 23.3 points. So you're seeing like that duo. And not even that duo, that trio of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and James Harden. When they hit the floor together, they're able to do wonders. James Harden is not averaging like the most points like that, but you can see him, especially dishing the rock. He's dishing the rock pretty well. When James Harden got traded to the Clippers, the first thing that went to my mind is, I know he's not gonna average like the ridiculous numbers like 28, 30, or even 32 points per game. The reason as to why the Clippers acquired him, primarily, when I just look, in my opinion, they just needed somebody who can facilitate and be that playmaker for Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Because the first time this duo came together in 2019 off season, when that duo got formed of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they have not been able to have like a decent playmaker at the point guard position that can be able to propel them. So the team was just looking at PG and Kawhi Leonard, and they were playing somewhat of your turn, my turn basketball. And they tried a couple of ways. They tried to bring in, they had Patrick Beverley, but he wasn't that of a playmaker in there. He was more of a defensive beast. They tried a lot of things in there, but they even tried bringing in Reggie Jackson, which was a very good situation for Reggie Jackson. And in that time they made the conference finals in 2021. Reggie Jackson, he balled out, and he was the main reason as to why they were able to push it to 6 games against the Chris Paul, Devin Booker Phoenix Suns at the time. So with James Harden being brought in to the team, I know he's not going to average a lot of points, but the Clippers, I'm pretty sure they asked him to facilitate the ball and just create, because he's a shot creator. He said he's the system, and if they work through James Harden's system, they can be able to get the most out of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And is this something that we are seeing right now? because he's the one who's leading the league, not the league, but the team in assists, and he's been that reliable, so go-to source. And Russell Westbrook coming off the bench was actually quite crucial, and he has his moments, especially leading that second unit and being that energy player, especially down the stretch. So full credit to the Clippers. I'm pretty sure there are not a lot of people who are talking about the Clippers right now, but I feel like the Clippers deserve deserve that respect and deserve to be looked at as people who are legit title contenders. I know some people can keep saying, the Denver Nuggets are there. You can say the Celtics, you can say the Bucks, you can say the Thunder. I know the Thunder right now and the Timberwolves are really, really, playing well. But sometimes I feel like the Clippers are overlooked, and they should be given like some of the respect, and they deserve your respect because they have been playing well, and all the doubt that had been put on, Westbrook even coming onto the team, James Harden coming onto the team, they've quickly changed that narrative. I know the reporters were quick to pounce on this. I wasn't quick to pounce on this. I just said, you know what, let me just give them some time. Maybe they're going to figure it out. You saw the Clippers decide to make Russ Westbrook come off the bench. They asked him to do it. He accepted. At this point in his career, why not? You know. So it's working, and they're not being given that credit. And I've just said I'll just make sure to shed light on the Clippers, because I feel like with that you'll be able to appreciate what they have been able to do, and they're a team that can legit even make the finals if they continue playing like this. If they're able to, feed off each other like that. I know they're not the favorites, but they can be able to do it. So that's my opinion. So do drop me what you think in the comment section, what you think about this whole situation, and I'm out. Peace.